What's up guys, Rui here. Welcome back to the last two videos for 2020. As the title suggests, this is going to be my final review and pickup video for this year, and it is one that I'm certainly most excited for because we will be taking a look at a pretty old archive piece, which is the Nikelab ACG SS16 packable jacket. No amount of words can describe how thrilled I am to be able to add this piece into my wardrobe, and it is definitely among the pieces I would say that I would probably never get rid of unless I kind of just lose interest in fashion altogether. For those of you who are fairly new or just got introduced into techwear, it was a very different Nike ACG that we see today. From the year 2014 all the way up to late 2018, Nike decided to kind of revamp the whole ACG line by having it placed under the Nikelab subdivision and was spearheaded by Harrison Hugh, co-founder and principal designer of Acronym. While the current ACG line is very hiker core, outdoor performance wear driven, which is actually what the whole line was like pre-2014. Nikelab ACG on the other hand is very urban city wear driven, which focuses more on performance and functionalities that will help to tackle conditions that one might face in a city setting. Overall, the entire subdivision underwent a new design language that is much more urban futuristic looking that many would associate it with the techwear style. The one thing that a lot of techwear fans were super excited for is the fact that Nike brought in Harrison to be the lead designer, and it most certainly did not disappoint the majority of fans. Along the years, you have iconic pieces such as the Alpine jacket and the 2-in-1 system jacket, which I think are probably top grill pieces for the majority of techwear fans. While even at retail the prices are not cheap, you still are kind of technically getting a cheaper alternative towards the mainline Acronym pieces, as those would probably cost you $1,000 and upwards. Moving towards the piece that I picked up, it is not a very sought after one as to compare to the ones mentioned above. Hence, I did see a couple of listings over on Grill in the past that were going for slightly below 200 to kind of the lower side of 200 at the most. I however lucked out incredibly because I picked this up from a friend of mine, so I got it for way below that price range. With all of that out of the way, let's take a closer look at the SS16 packable jacket. Overall, the design of it is very simple and minimal, which if you are a fan of the gray man side of techwear styles, then I think you would really dig this piece. From afar, it looks pretty similar to a regular parka, but it does have some pretty cool details and features which does give it its own unique identity. For one, the silhouette of the jacket is slightly longer compared to a traditional parka, as you can see here with the comparison with my Uniqlo block type parka. The packable jacket falls slightly below the crotch area and has a split in the middle of the bottom, which gives it a fishtail design. This overall provides slightly better weather protection. In terms of sizing wise, this is an M size, which does fit me just fine. It does have a rather slim fitting cut, so it's something to consider if you do intend to layer underneath it during colder days. But this piece is intended for more towards the usage during hotter summer times, which I will get into further detail once we're talking about the fabric material. When it comes to the construction and material of the jacket, it is what you would expect something that's coming from Nikelab. The stitching job for the most part seems to be done really well, and there isn't sign of poor craftsmanship or cheap material being used. All the zippers on the jacket are made by YKK, and it is the waterproof type that will help to keep your belongings safe and dry. The main zipper does have a two-way opening, which I'm a huge fan of, and the pocket zippers does have a locking mechanism. Now, besides the fact that it's my first ever piece that's designed by Harrison Hugh, it is also the first piece that I will be adding into my wardrobe that's constructed using Gore-Tex fabric. If you're unaware, there are two ranges that the Gore-Tex brand offers. One is the traditional Gore-Tex fabric technology that mainly focuses on maximum waterproof, which will give the best performance when it comes to protection from rain and snow. The other range is Gore-Tex Inferium that is designed for more dry conditions, putting less priority for the fabric to be completely waterproof. Instead, it focuses more on functionalities such as wind protection, warmth, and various others. Hence, the fabric being used to construct this jacket is part of the Infinium range called Gore-Tex Infinium Wind Stopper, which is created using a very thin protective layer laminated to a lightweight textile that offers total wind protection. Therefore, the overall jacket is very thin and extremely lightweight, that barely have any heat insulation, making it perfect to be worn during hot days. Although it's not waterproof, the fabric is treated with DWR to give it a pretty good water resistant coating. Being a piece that was released in 2016, it still does a very good job in repelling water, and there is no signs of water stains or anything like that. Looking at the design of the jacket, let's first take a look at the hood because it does have some pretty interesting features. Although it's constructed with a pretty lightweight fabric material, the shape of the hood is still able to maintain a pretty nice curvature shape. Something unique about this hood is that it has an extended flap to further help block wind and rain. At the back, there is a toggle drawstring that you can use to tighten the hood if you like, and since this is a jacket that was designed to be worn in an urban city environment, there are reflective areas around the jacket when light shines upon it, such as the Nike ACG lettering on the hood. You can also find it on the sleeve straps as well as inside the jacket, which is a rather weird placement, but I'm guessing it's more of a design choice than functionality. If anything, I do wish there is the option to store and pack the hood up into the jacket's collar, similar to some acronym pieces, as I do feel like the fabric material is thin and light enough to accommodate such feature. When it comes to storage, there is a pocket on the left side of the chest that looks pretty hidden if there's nothing in it. And there are also two common hand pockets. I find that the chest pocket is a really great place to store your wallet, phone, or earbuds, as it is in a very easy to reach location. You can fit quite a good amount of stuff in, however I would try to avoid stuffing too many things into the pockets of the jacket, as the fabric material is fairly thin, so it could potentially lose its shape if it's carrying too much stuff. This is due to the fact that the jacket doesn't really have a strong structural integrity, as it needs to be easily compressed and packable. This moves to the next design feature this jacket has to offer. One of the highlight features of this jacket is the packable aspect of it. Because the overall fabric material is pretty thin and light, making it easy to be compacted and packable. Inside the jacket, there is also a small pouch attached which can be used as a pocket, but also doubles as a carrying pouch that allows you to quickly pack the jacket into a very compact form factor, and there is also a strap to allow you to have it slink around your back for quick access. I think this feature is quite useful during emergency situation whereby if it starts to rain all of a sudden, you do have something to keep you dry. In addition to that, it also makes it a very great traveling jacket as it only takes up very little space in the bag. Alternatively, if you do find having to pack the jacket up into its pouch a bit of an extra step, there is also a sling strap that comes with the jacket which allows you to just hang the jacket on your back. This is something that is pretty common in a lot of functional jackets, so it's nice to see that they have included it as well. Lastly, something that I have been trying to include into my reviews is to provide a couple of different outfit ideas on how I would personally style them. There is no right or wrong way into styling clothes, so you could just use this as kind of reference or idea on how to style these pieces. Overall, the aesthetic of this jacket does give me a very stealthy vibe as it is rather slim fitting. Hence, I would pair it up with more tapered pants instead of baggy or wider cutting silhouette to kind of keep the proportions of the outfit in line. The same can be said with footwear as well. Personally, I love pairing it up with runner style sneakers such as these undercover daybreaks or even Flyknit racers are great options here as well, as they have a sleeker and more agile look towards it. Ultimately, because this is such a minimal looking piece, you definitely have the option to add accessories or layers to give it a more utilitarian look without making the overall outfit too excessive looking. Something like backpacks or messengers are great options, but you could also look into pieces like chest rigs or vests, which are all pretty cool options as well. As much as I really like the futuristic utilitarian techwear look, it can look overdone and tacky if there's just too many unnecessary accessories. Hence, I always try to find a nice balance within the aesthetic. Overall, I am extremely happy with this pickup, and I think it's a really great piece to kind of wrap this whole year up, as it ties quite a lot and also serves as a sneak peek on what to expect from the channel moving on to next year. That is all I have for today's video. If you did enjoy watching it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to this channel or just haven't been subscribed yet, please do me a favor and hit the subscribe button because it really does help the channel out a long way. Till then guys, I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace out.